10 seconds remaining.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Battle Central Europe Season 3. This is going to be Game 2 of the best of 3 between the HellRaisers and Denial Esports. Currently, HellRaisers up one game in the series after a little bit of a couple misplays from Denial. They ended up giving away quite a huge lead, and they ended up giving away the game in general. Here on HeflaTV, Hitbox 1, this is going to be game number 2. I'm Mike Laura, Scott Coucher here as well. And, man, do you think Denial actually have to change it up that much? Because I don't really think they do.
I really don't think so either, and just draft-wise, no. Playstyle, maybe a little bit. Just they could be a little bit more calm, just collected. They really, I don't know, maybe the early kills, they felt a little bit too happy. I mean, they got the kills, they even got the courier kill on top of everything. So maybe they were like, hell yeah, we're gonna take this game, guys, let's just go kill more. I totally know the feeling myself, and you always get slapped in the balls after that. Just that's how it happens, man.
Yeah, that's what happens when you bite off a little bit more than you can chew and think you're invulnerable when in fact you are very, very vulnerable, just slightly ahead. And I mean, the amount that they were ahead wasn't even by that much either. It was just the momentum, the right hero at the right time. They were ahead in context, but not numerically that far ahead. So if Denial pick a very similar draft and play just a little bit tighter, I think they could very easily take games from the HellRaisers, but we'll see, as we're now in game number 2, guys, and Disruptor Vengeful Spirit going to be picked up from HellRaisers right off the bat, prioritizing their support cast above all else. And, well, the supports worked out pretty well for HellRaisers in the last game, so can't really blame them for these two picks.
Yeah, and especially now that seeing Brewmaster and Puck both on Denial side, Disruptor gets a little bit of extra value from that Static Storm. One of the better abilities to try to deal with a Brewmaster, just delay out the Primal Split. And, well, we'll see what the next heroes will be. Having the supports as the start, it's definitely nice in a way that Denial, they probably have no idea what HellRaisers wants to go for. Especially that they went for a sniper core as the last one. Although I guess HellRaisers, if any team can be said to run sniper like almost just standardly, it might be HellRaisers, but what cores do you think we're going to see in this game?
Well, I mean, right now, Denial, they certainly have a lot less as far as the crowd control is concerned. Brewmaster has a good amount to get right in the face of many people. Puck with Surprise is always going to be a threat. But for right now, HellRaisers, I think they're going to delay as much as they can the pickup of their really hardcore, and, you know, maybe go for something like a Morphling, maybe go back into the Sniper. And I think because someone like Death Prophet, a very safe pickup, is still in the pool, or someone like a Centaur is still in the pool, you might as well go for those heroes which have very few counters and no hard counters. So, yeah, I feel like going down that route is probably going to be the safest for HellRaisers. It is going to be the Razor Jakiro being banned out by Denial, and the PA actually being banned out by the HellRaisers. So, yeah, it's just, I feel like banning out mostly just powerful heroes at this point, as neither side knows exactly what the other is going to go for.
That's probably the best way to go about this as well. I mean, there's no point banning out weak heroes, of course. And Jakiro and Razor definitely strong ones. Phantom Assassin, equally so. Denial, they have already shown 2 of their cores, so HellRaisers, they probably have a pretty good idea about what just lane or what role kind of heroes to ban out. Phantom Assassin would have been nice for them. Although, funny enough, Phantom Assassin most of the time is played in the mid lane role rather than the safe lane. So maybe they were expecting that Phantom Assassin mid and Brewmaster safe like this and just Puck off lane. I don't know, might be not. HellRaisers though banning out an Elder Titan as well.
Yeah, so Elder Titan would have been pretty nice here for Denial to pick up, just having that additional damage. Having someone who's kind of tanky along with the Brewmaster is always going to be very nice. It lets you pick up softer heroes down the line, heroes like Sniper, so I don't know if Denial would have wanted to go down that route, but now they are going to have to struggle a little bit more as far as picking up their supports are concerned. Still, they have the Scarith Mage available to them, and, you know, a whole slew of powerful support heroes, so they're not really going to be crimped that hard by this ban. But HellRaisers, where do they go from here? I mean, they got 1 stun and a big silence for the Puck and the Brewmaster. It's going to be 3 cores right now, and Centaur still in the pool is looking pretty decent this game.
Centaur definitely wouldn't be bad. Even like both sides could pick it up if they really wanted to. But HellRaisers, Koretz, he is definitely a player that has played the Centaur so very often, and I'm almost positive that it's their most played offlane hero as well for HellRaisers. At least when they used to be Compass Gaming, that was their like go-to offlaner most of the time. So it could be coming out. but it's only 19 seconds left, so they don't have the greatest just time to work with at this point. I guess you could go for something like a Bat Rider still, or, well, I guess you can pick up Zeus as well if you want to.
I guess you can. I mean, it is a hero that's in the pool, I suppose. Usually we don't see Zeus's being picked up until a lot later, until you get a better read on what the enemy team has. If they have very soft heroes, if they have heroes with limited mobility, then Zeus just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. But right now, I guess they just really want to play with the Zeus, so they're going to pick that one up. It is not that good versus Puck. It is okay versus Brewmaster. Once he splits, your Zeus is going to be very sad. So, as much as I love seeing this guy, I don't know if he's going to get that much traction. The Enigma, kind of the same thing, actually. Like, he is usually a pretty safe hero because he's usually unpunished, but still, I think I would rather see Zeus and Enigma in the 4th or even the 5th pick slot.
So would I probably. I mean, there's really no point to show your hands that early, but now, I don't know. This Enigma is going to have a hard time casting the black hole. Of course, the threat of a black hole is always going to be there. But HellRaisers, literally every single hero has something to stop the black hole with. Even the Zeus with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, and that may or may not be relevant moving forward. Usually when you pick up the Enigma, it's just to get that extra form of income, is get a fast mech, and then, you know, occasionally push down a couple of towers here or there. But the pushing power of Denial, not that high. They can go for a Venomancer again and then have a little bit more pushing power. And that will be very hard for HellRaisers to deal with given their lack of AoE. But that's a very slow way of pushing, kind of the same way that we saw HellRaisers play in the last game. And while Doom is going to be the pickup for HellRaisers, an answer to Puck, an answer to Brewmaster, and an answer to Enigma in that Doom. Really, Doom has it all, but in this particular game, I think he's mostly going to be the guy to buy space for Zeus. Charge forward, and hopefully Zeus is going to be ignored because Doom is a lot more threatening.
So for HellRaisers, probably Zeus and the Doombringer, of course, are going to be the core for them. But what's going to be the last one? Zeus, as strong as he may be, with just bursting people down, and to be honest, even late game, Zeus can still do quite a lot, just with the passive, the static field of him, and just Refresher Orb maybe at some point. Doom, of course, Refresher Doom, also going to be excellent late game. I still just have the feeling that they need some more just firepower in their lineup. What can be the 5th pick? I guess you can try to go for something like Medusa, although I would expect something more like mid-game focused coming out from them.
My prediction for HellRaisers, if it's not banned out, is going to be a Silencer. I mean, if you look at what Denial have right now, they're pretty much all in on the huge amount of AoE teamfight, and no one cancels that off better than the Silencer. It's not going to be, you know, the most smashy. It's not going to be a powerhouse, but at the same time, if you deny Denial, if you deny Denial those big AoE teamfights, they don't have many big guns either. Like Puck, a silenced Puck is pretty useless. A silenced Brewmaster is hard to bring down, but certainly manageable. Beastmaster Enigma, kind of the same way. So silencing these Denial heroes is going to cancel out all of their damage output. And in that sense, HellRaisers, they have a pretty nice option here if they do want to go for the Silencer. It might be a little bit overkill because they already have quite a few silencing tools in the Doom and the Static Storm, but man, I just feel like it's a pretty nice pickup here for HellRaisers if they do go down that route.
It definitely wouldn't be bad. I mean, just like you mentioned it, so many things to shut down with just pure silences, or literally make every single hero useless almost. Beastmaster and Brewmaster both are going to be decent with the right clicks if need be, just when they have the Inner Beast aura. But yeah, it's going to be hard. So HellRaisers, do they pick up on that point, or oh, they're going for an anti-mage instead?
That's kind of similar, I suppose. Like, if you know you're going to be up against a whole lot of AoE, a whole lot of team fight, most of that damage is magical. I mean, if you look at Denial Esports, it's, you know, most of their damage is magical. So it's not going to be the hero to stop all of that. It's going to be the hero to survive all of that, or, you know, in theory, survive all of that. So I don't think this is a terrible pickup for HellRaisers by any stretch. He just has to be careful about getting initiated upon in the early stages. But now with the Shadow Demon pickup from Denial, I don't really think the Anti-Mage is really going to be that scared. It's going to be level 6 on the Beastmaster, where he gets to be a little bit scared. A Blink Dagger on Puck, where he's a little bit more scared still. But Denial, their ability to roam from the get-go is extremely limited. I would say it's near zero.
It's always just scary if you're running lineups like that. You want to be active early on, or at least you want to have the possibility to be so. But I'm not too sure. Maybe it's not going to go punished like last time in the last game. Sniper going for Midas. I guess he died once, but that was about it. So maybe it's just gonna be fine. It's somewhat hard to predict it every now and then, but I think just going for passive lanes is never the right direction to go.
Yeah, especially if you just lost the game, you probably don't want to be on the passive side. You want to be calling the shots and trying to gain control of the game as fast as you possibly can. For Denial, that's probably not going to be happening anytime soon. It's going to be a very turtley opening from them, mostly because they can't go on the aggressive. They want to get their Blink Daggers, they want to get a couple levels up before anything starts, and though HellRaisers with the Doom and Anti-Mage don't really want to get going from level 1 either, it's certainly going to be a lot easier for them to do so if they do, find an opportunity here and there. They can capitalize off of it pretty easily. But right now, HellRaisers, they're once again smoked up. We have Goretz leading the way as the Doom. Dread is going to be on the Vengeful Spirit. Ninja is on the Zeus. RT is on the Anti-Mage. Goddamn is going to be playing the Disruptor once again.
And for the other side, for Denial, Paris will be playing the Brewmaster Soshka. CryoJ is on the Shadow Demon. Fucking mad. Playing the Enigma with Choral on the puck. And the last one will be Fanzi, of course, on the Beastmaster. But will there be a first spot? Oh, fucking mad. No, run. Don't go that direction. Goretz gave it away. Not the best hero to have as the frontliner. And they're not going to catch up. Dread doesn't have boots. That was a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, I mean, Doom has no crowd control right now. So, I mean, although he is a tanky hero, and if you do get into a massive 5-on-5 engagement, I suppose Doom is the nice one to have in the front. But usually you want to have the stunner in the front because that kind of makes sense. So Dread a little bit further behind, and he doesn't have boots. Goretz does, so I suppose that is what happened there. But either way, it's once again going to be a smoke gank at level 1 from HellRaisers that results into absolutely nothing. It's not like they misskilled or anything like that in order to go for that attempt, so it's not going to bother them too much. It should just be dissolved back into regular laning, and, well, it looks like it's going to be more or less lanes to be as expected from Denial, with the exception of the Puck and Brewmaster and the Beastmaster all taking a little bit of a shuffle there, but it's not going to matter too much. Looking like standard lanes for HellRaisers as well.
Yeah, just not going for anything crazy. Zeus, of course, is going to go for the rushed bottle, whereas Puck starting with an alt talisman, which is pretty much stock standard. Everybody goes for it. Top lane, Goretz, is he going to be in some trouble? There's the disruption coming out with the Brewmaster Thunderclap to follow. I don't think they're going to get the kill. They needed the illusion, body block, or just something to be massive. At least they forced out the Scorch there, so that's a minor win in itself.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly didn't cost them too much, and well, the Doom is going to be playing this a little bit more cautiously moving forward, but I mean, it's an off-lane Doom. He's been in that situation time and time again, and though he did pick up Scorched Earth level 1, he doesn't have a useful creep to use any sort of skills right now. It's not going to bother him too much, since eventually he will get to level 2, and then his income is certainly going to start to flow. So as much as they're shutting down Goretz now, he will have so many tools to recover. On the bottom lane, though, Funzi is having a much easier time. He's actually pseudo-dual laning it up with fucking Mad. And I don't expect this to be the case for much longer, but if you look at fucking Mad's alternatives, his entire jungle is blocked. Like, pretty much every single camp, it's blocked. So, where do you go from here as Enigma? I wouldn't have said you start laning, but I suppose the answer is start laning. Going into the enemy jungle, that's also not a possibility. It's just way too dangerous. So, this Enigma is going to have very limited impacts because he just can't jungle. There's no opportunities.
Yeah, and they themselves banned out just double pull camp as well, so even if Enigma went or tried to go into the enemy jungle, even their one camp would just be blocked by default, and just farming up the two first camps, the big one and the medium one, it would be just too scary just because you're so close to the enemy mid laner. So this Enigma at least is doing something, helping Fanzi farm, denying up the creeps. Creep just pulling back the creep equilibrium. Now Goretz though gonna come with an illusion rune. Paris is gonna wait for me with CryoJ. Are they gonna find the right one? Well, they were hitting the right one at least, but they didn't go for the disruption, didn't go for the proper follow-up.
They had a thunderclap. They should have went for that. I mean, it's not gonna cost you that much. You might as well go for it. That was very weird that they let the Doom just walk right on by, but at any rate, it's still going to be Doom surviving up in this top lane, and now he has something that we very rarely see, the heal from the, Hill Troll Priest? High Troll Priest? I don't even know what his name is. He's going to actually get some serious value off of that just because it's so cheap, and if you have all this time just sitting there, you might as well just spam that out, and quite frankly, Doom doesn't have many alternatives. Because the entire Dire jungle is warded, Goretz can't get any sort of good creep ability. He's going to get jumped now with the curse on him. He's going to pop the Scorched Earth, try to run away, but a big crit from Paris is going to finish him off. Goretz down, and it's going to be Denial finally claiming first blood on this Doom.
that heal though, it's always funny to see Doombringer having that ability. And oh, he will still have it as well. Gonna have the Ring of Protection for some extra armor. Definitely gonna help out before this. Sitting at 0. It's not too surprising that he just went down so fast, especially with the Soul Catcher on him as well. Cannot handle physical damage at all almost. But I'm already back to the top lane, level 4. So still not doing all that bad. Looking at the other lanes though, mid lane, 19 and 3 on Alpha Ninja's Zeus, compared to Choral's 14 and 2. So Zeus is ahead, not by like a hell of a lot. Is not crushing the matchup or anything, but still doing rather fine for himself.
Yeah, and it is possible for the Puck to get kills on the Zeus, even though he may be a little bit further behind. Zeus can certainly get kills on the Puck as well, so got to keep our eyes over towards that middle lane. It looks like the Enigma has had enough of jungling. He's level 2 right now, and slowly the camps are going to start spawning for the Denial side, and fucking Matt has a pretty good read on that. Now he's going to start jungling, but it's 4 minutes in, and this is a level 2, almost level 3 Enigma. He's not too terribly behind, but he's certainly not going to have the start that he really wanted. Pretty much playing like a lich for the first 4 minutes of the game, which is a little bit less than ideal.
Well, at least it did something, wasn't completely useless. So that's a positive, but now Dread, he's there, Lightning Bolt first, they're trying to bring Puck as low as they possibly can, then go with a sneaky magic missile. Alpha Ninja about to hit level 6 soon enough as well. If you had the Thunder Grasp, there's the magic missile, oh no dodge, beautiful stuff, Lightning Bolt, not gonna be enough, especially with the magic stick. That dodge, it was just, I'm not too sure if he pressed the phase shift for something else or just epic reactions.
That was... I'm pretty sure he wasn't getting a read there. Maybe the Zeus was, pump faking the lightning bolt a little bit, so he thought he was dodging a lightning bolt. But I don't know if you can dodge lightning bolt if it's just click targeted. I don't think you can. So either way, Puck is going to dodge a magic missile. There are observer wards for the Dire on both of the rune spawns, so maybe he was just waiting for that to happen. But either way, I mean, that should have been a kill. 9 times out of 10, it will be a kill. But just that one time, and Puck is going to survive. Meantime, top lane, Doom is once again going to be put into a bubble. This time, there's absolutely no follow-up with anyone else, so he's just going to walk his way out of there. But he's level 4 as well, and he's not having as great a time as Funzy, but I think it's certainly comparable. If he gets any sort of access to any creep, and he's found a decent one in the Alpha Wolf, he will very quickly start to recover.
Yeah, and actually, him going there, he didn't die, of course, so that's nice for them, but fucking man now, he had to use the Malphite to try to go for the counter kill, or not the counter kill, but just a kill, which means that he's not going to have mana for the Demonic Incursion for some time, which in turn is going to slow down his jungle even further. Soul Ring is flying out now, so he's not going to have those issues any longer, but this is just another like solid 20 seconds, maybe even 30 that fucking Matt wasn't just farming up.
Yeah, and that's really not what you want to have for your Enigma, because the reason you pick up Enigma is because he's probably the fastest farmer in the jungle. Like, being able to instantly kill one creep out of the camp is huge at clearing speed. So fucking Mad's jungle speed is going to be severely hampered by this, and that means the mech, or the blink, probably mech, is going to be slowed down by that much. And then you should have, reverberating repercussions as you move forward into the next item and the next item and the next item. So Enigma is not going to have that mech up for a very long time. I guess, to be fair, HellRaisers don't have anyone who's going to be going for the mech probably at all this game, so the mech advantage for Denial isn't really going to be that big of a difference. But still, this Enigma needs to pick up the pace of the jungle, and he will start to do that, but he will do nothing else for the team. Denial are pretty much on a 4v5 right now until the Enigma gets more levels.
So Denial, I mean, they don't have any heroes that will just excel in the late game phases, or at least just not carry potential wise, at least it's not traditionally. So if this goes later, or overall Denial, do they really have the mindset to end this game early, or do they start building the Brewmaster just for the late game as well? Like, do they itemize him differently than you normally would?
I think they probably should. I mean, it's not unheard of to go for something like an Assault Cuirass, even into an Abyssal Blade for the Brewmaster. Of course, obviously it's going to be Blink Dagger first, that's a given. But after that, going for more of a battle-ish oriented build can actually do pretty decently. Like, you have setup from the Shadow Demon. If you start with a Soul Catcher or Demonic Purge into Beatdown, that could work very well. You have additional attack speed from the Beastmaster, not to mention the Boar Slow. So yeah, I think that should be a more battle-oriented build from the Brewmaster, but that's not going to solve all of Denial's problems. Oh, they wasted Coil Nova in the mid lane. That's got to be heartbreaking. It's not going to solve other problems. It's going to buy themselves a little bit more effective time in this game, because if this game keeps progressing as it has been, the Anti-Mage is going to be running the late game. He is holding the Ring of Health, and he has one sword, or he will soon have one sword available to him. He's farming pretty decently. It's not the best, but it's certainly not the worst either.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't finished power thread, so he's going for that extreme rush, I guess, for the Battle Fury, which might not be a bad decision, especially if Denial got off to that slightly slower start. Although, having said that, Fancy, he's still gonna hit level 6 now, within the next creep wave pretty much. The catapult maybe is gonna give it enough already, so nope, never mind, missing 10 XP. What a shame, but he's gonna have that level 6, so Anti-Mage has to be a little bit careful. Just Primal Roar into Puck rotating in might be the end of him already.
And he has gone for an only 1 point spell shield, which is pretty standard, but certainly he'll need more if he wants to survive that. They're going to find Funzi, and he's not quite level 6. Kinetic Field not quite up yet, however. Magic Missile is. Funzi now completely tapped out of mana, and it will be a kill on the Beastmaster. Heartbreaking to see the hero so close to level 6 getting jumped like that, but it will be a kill for the HellRaisers down on the bottom lane, getting themselves on the board, and it was very easily done as well. And this Beastmaster, this time, it's pretty much par for the course for Funzi. I mean, dying once is actually, you know, usually at this point, dying twice is acceptable, but he's still doing okay. And once he gets this additional 10 experience, maybe he'll start to make a couple of things happen here or there. As he has to worry about the Zeus also in the mid lane. Puck is starting to overtake Afoninj, but Zeus is still just happily farming away on the mid lane. And with maxed out Thunderbolt, whoever comes in this mid lane is going to be in for some serious hurt.
Man, the Thunderbolt is just a ridiculously strong ability this early on, or even not this early on, just the entire game pretty much. Doesn't cost you all that much mana either, so gonna be a value spell throughout the entirety of this game. Net worth wise though, Brewmaster is number 1. Gonna have the Blink Dagger soon-ish as well, about 400 gold missing only, but he has had absolute free farm on the safe lane. So don't expect that to change anytime soon, although they are smoked up. Doombringer, he has his ultimate ready on Goretz. There is a Disruptor coming in as well, only level 4. Do they even have what it takes to kill off a Brewmaster at this point with the 2 of them?
No, they need another hero at the very least. Like, if they had Static Storm, they might have enough. Hey, they do have one more hero now. Here comes Zeus. They're going to look for a glimpse, but Paris has Power Treads, and goddamn, has only Brown Boots. Afoninj has a haste. He's going to lay a lot of lightning down to Cryo. Will not quite be enough, however, with the glimpse it will be. I guess that's fine, since they get a kill in the end. It's certainly not the kill that they wanted, since Brewmaster so close to Blink is, you know, such a high priority target, but hell, at least they get someone, and I think, realistically speaking, that is the only possible outcome that could have happened.
So they get a kill nonetheless. Like we mentioned, not the best thing or not the target they went for or wanted to go for initially. But the kill is a kill, although at the moment, goddamn and Afoninj, they might just get pincered by Choral from one side and Fanzi with fucking mad from the other. They have the black hole ready as well.
Alright, so Afoninj is in, like, the worst position. Goddamn might just run to the left towards the secret shop and might be just fine. There is no Radiant Vision in the area, so I think Zeus is just dead here. Maybe he could just run off to the right and then go to the north if he saw this one coming. And he might, because there's an Observer Ward in the mid lane for the Radiant, but I think Zeus is going to be in a hell of a lot of trouble, although he's going to try to turn around and fight Joral. Coil's going to land only onto Goddamn. And of course that's going to make me wrong, because Goddamn's going to be the only one to drop as Zeus slips away. So HellRaisers, of course, you know, playing so that in such a way to prove me wrong, but it's going to be a kill for Denial nonetheless. Again, not the target they wanted, but it's still a kill. Now Dread on the bottom lane is going to be jumped. Here comes Artis to help out a little bit, but this is a big Brewmaster we're talking about. Anti-Mage not bulky enough to survive against him. Not yet, but it will not be a kill on the bottom lane. Just one kill for Denial.
And Shoxcry, he's gonna just get that regeneration rune for himself. What a rune to have as well. Just as Anti-Mage drained all of his mana. I thought like, okay, he's not gonna be able to Primal Split for some time. Wrong. Just easy Thunderclap Primal Split for him.
And now they have a Primal Roar to go along with that Primal Split, and they're looking at the Anti-Mage. With the Blink Clap Roar, I think this should be a guaranteed kill. Although if you just completely missed the clap, that was nowhere near anything. That might cost them this kill. Axes and right clicks might be enough anyway, and it will be enough. But man, Paris, you gotta, you know, use the blink part of that blink clap combo, because just clap doesn't work too well.
Yeah, and top lane in the meantime, Goretz got pretty low as well, but he made the escape. Zeus even TP'd in just to be on the safe side. So 2 to 3, not too massive in kills or anything, but the Brewmaster's net worth is pretty damn good. Going for that Vladimir's offering now by the looks of it as well. At least the Ring of Passy is picked up by him. So going for the mid game focus, and oh goddamn, not gonna die, or is he? Yes, the Primal Split comes out. Oh no, he got glimpsed anyway. Oh well, that was fun.
Yeah, certainly a wild ride for the Brewmaster. I thought that you were invulnerable when you when that happens, when you're splitting, but apparently it kicked in right before the split actually went through. If he split just like if he used his primal split just a split second before that, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have gotten glimpse back and it would have been just fine. But minor timings means that the Disruptor gets to teleport out of there, and he draws out the ultimate from the Brewmaster, so that's actually a pretty huge win from the HellRaisers. They're going to try to capitalize by going towards mid, but this is probably not the best idea as you're walking into a black hole and a whole slew of enemy ultimates right now, so they're going to fall back, and really they don't have to be fighting. They just have to make sure that their anti-mage gets space. And seeing as though anti-mage is currently in a 1v0 lane up towards top, I would say mission accomplished until Denial break up this mid lane, and they could swiftly move up towards top and punish this AM.
Well, this anti-mage definitely needs to get a little bit more. He had some pretty great farm, but has been slowed down by a little bit. Now CryoJ, he's gonna get the ball. Oh no, the Thunderclap at the same time as the disruption. So Goretz can escape, but the Money Purse probably gonna slow him down enough with the Wild Axes. My god, the damage from that. The Medallion just lots of value. So they get one kill anyway, although once again the Thunderclap didn't even connect. I don't know, just the Thunderclap luck isn't with the Brewmaster.
Thunderclap optional. I mean, 150 mana to get a kill, even if it doesn't land, sounds pretty good to me. So getting a kill on the Doombringer is certainly very nice. And Doom, oh, they're going to move towards mid where Dread is going to get coiled and obliterate. Affinage is going to put a lot of lightning damage into that puck. It's super effective, and it will work to bring him down. He's now going to pause. Yeah.
It has begun.
Yeah, I mean, Goddamn's just running the other way. He's right there, so you kind of have to, like in this case, but it's only a Disruptor. I think Fucking Mad is not going to get this kill in time. Zeus is going to have another Lightning Bolt. I think Fucking Mad is going to feel the wrath of some lightning, and Beastmaster can't help out. Afonin should be fine. Maybe I'm underestimating a level 3 boar, but teleportation, we do have Doom coming in. So I feel like Fucking Mad is just going to die to lightning. Afonin is going to get stunned once more by Malphus. They're going to try to kill off the Zeus. Lightning. Fucking Mad down, and Zeus is going to die as well. But here comes the Doom with the Doom onto Funzy, glimpsing him back for good measure as well. Goretz apparently didn't get that memo, but they will catch him in the field. One more Sword Chop will make it a 2-for-3 trade over towards the middle lane. And again, HellRaisers don't have to be fighting. They just have to be buying space for RTs. And look at that. He's on the bottom lane, pushing this tower, split pushing, or creep cutting the wave. And it looks like it'll be not only a team fight win, but also potentially a tower going the way of the HellRaisers.
And that's Artist now suddenly 50 gold away from the Battle Fury. Of course, doesn't have the threads first, but still gonna be a pretty decent timing. I've seen way worse. I've seen like games where anti-mages get shut down so hard that they can't even go for Battle Fury. But now goddamn, oh, never mind. Static Link is there, and they just got juked the hell out of something.
Yeah, I think
that was goddamn's own glimpse
that
sent the puck back to base.
He didn't know it worked. So he doesn't even trust his skill. I wouldn't trust it either. Glimpse really works weirdly sometimes. But it's
I mean,
fine,
after the Brewmaster glimpse, he's like, I don't know how this works anymore.
He doesn't know what he's playing. He's like, I used to know this Disruptor, but after that play on the bottom lane, I have no idea anymore. I'm just going to use everything to keep myself safe. And it's fine. I mean, he'll have it soon enough when he needs it. So it's all fine.
And that's Battle Fury delivered now to Artis as well, so gonna be able to start farming up that little bit faster. Has the Quelling Blade as well to make things a little bit more enjoyable for himself still, although, oh god, he might get caught. Down to half HP, finds he comes in, has vision with the Hawk, gets the Primal Roar, should be an easy kill with the Wild Axes, and so it is. Plus, they even get the camp as well, half of it.
Man, that's a pretty nice pickoff from Denial. Unfortunately, it wasn't in time to actually slow down the anti-mage's farmer that much. Paris over towards mid is going to get mini stunned out of his split. Now we'll get glimpsed back into the trees. I think the Earth one might actually just be stuck there. Kinetic Field is going to go up. There's Doom onto the Enigma. Lost lightning damage flying every which way. It's going to be the Vengeful Spirit to fall first. However, Joral with Lightning Strike on him, and the Chain Lightning might be his demise in the end anyway. Although he's bottling up, he will be just fine. Zeus now up into the air. Goretz is going to try to go for the Enigma. Paris is going to return to his main form, and all of a sudden, Goretz is in a 1v4. Where's the rest of the HellRaisers? They're already gone. Godam's going to lay a Static Storm, but it's a little bit too late. If only he didn't waste it beforehand. Glimpsing Fucking Mad back into the storm won't quite kill him off, and Zeus will fall short of getting any kills in this fight. Now he's being chased down by Funzy. No board to help out, but a big crit from Paris, and the chase down for Funzy. Not quite going to be enough. Actually, he falls short. Now Dread's coming with the Magic Missile. Funzy, one more tower shot will kill him off. Here comes the puck. No, he's not going to jaunt to the orb. I don't know why the Shadow even put himself into the bubble, but he's not going to die anytime soon. It's going to be a one fight for Denials to take a 1-for-3 trade, plus getting the anti-mage beforehand on the bottom lane. HellRaisers just take a very messy fight, bringing so many heroes low, but not bringing them down to 0 costs them big.
So at least HellRaisers kind of make it out I mean, I'm not too sure. It was still banned for HellRaisers, I think, somewhat. But Denial, they lose one in the end as well, so all is fine. Treto with the invis rune now, scouting out things in the enemy jungle. Do they have the Thundergust Wrath in 19 seconds? Fucking mad. Is pretty low, so with Dread, actually only 1 point into Magic Missile. Has prioritized the minus armor instead of that. So even with the Thundergust Wrath, I don't think they will have enough.
Maybe fucking mad. Well, now he has a mech, so now it's just not possible. And now he also has Cryo here. Dread, stick around for just a little bit more and you'll blow a smoke. Oh, he's just... Oh, no, he does blow the smoke. And now he knows that there was someone there. And now he's going to actually show himself. This is a terrible idea, Dread. What are you doing? You don't have any backup here. Thunder God's Wrath is going to fly, but Dread doesn't have enough to kill a fucking Mad because there is actually no mech on him. He will go down, but... Shit, that was a terrible idea. Anti-Mage is going to come in and assassinate the Enigma, but now we have a Static Storm onto Paris, plus a Doom. Coil's going to bail him out for just a little while longer, looking for a glimpse. Will glimpse him all the way back right into the middle of the fray. Paris is now doomed to fall. That's going to be 2 for 1 so far. HellRaisers is still taking a decent fight, now chasing forward for more. Force Affin is going to get him a little bit closer to Cryo. Not quite close enough to get the kill, however. Joral off to the side. Going to play a couple games with Goretz. And it looks like that will just about be it. In the meantime, RT's making his path all the way down to the bottom lane to backdoor tower, making it a 2 for 1 with the tower. Goddamn is still very deep behind enemy lines. Roar will land, but what?
Oh,
What?
What is this game?
This Disruptor, man. This Disruptor has, like, broken the game so many times in 17 minutes. This is unbelievable.
Oh man, no. Oh, that was so sad for the Brewmaster. A sad day, or Beastmaster rather. Goddamn Beast and Brewmasters. But Doombringer has his Blink Dagger finished now. Power Trades on Anti-Mage plus another 1.5k gold all of a sudden. Do you think it's just Yasha into Manta style, or might we even see not the Heaven's Halberd, the Vladimir's offering on Anti-Mage?
I think it's probably better if you have someone else go for the Vlad's offering in most cases. This time probably is going to be one of those cases. I would like to see just more damage on the Anti-Mage because he is getting a lot of space from the rest of his team. And if you're just spending all that space to farm infinitely, then it's probably a little bit underwhelming. He has to start fighting eventually, as these fights are getting progressively, or very slowly, better and better for Denial, assuming the ultimates don't land correctly for the HellRaisers. So I think I would like to see him go for battle build. Goddamn, Nick comes back onto Paris, still being chased down by fucking Mad, lays down the Static Storm, but it will not be enough to save him. Still taking a lot of damage from the Enigma. He will go down. Fucking Mad getting a whole boatload of lightning to his face. Will not be enough for lethal. Now Affinage up into the air. He will be purged straight down, force staffing through fucking Mad. And, well, now he's going to actually get hit with a black hole a little bit, but it's not going to do anything. It will be Zeus for the Enigma as Anti-Mage pops him with the Mana Void. Now trying to chase for Goretz. That's not going to happen. It's going to be Joral and Dread fighting in the sidelines. Dread, once again, biting off way more than he could chew. I don't know what the plan was here for the Vengeful Spirit. No matter what that plan was, it was a really terrible one. And this time, Denial are going to take it a 1 for 3 engagement yet again on this top lane, and they're very close to a tower conveniently enough, and this one should be taking a lot of damage, if not outright being destroyed.
Dread is a true Russian, man. He doesn't care about numbers. It's like, if I want to go, I go. That's all that there is to it. Really questionable plays just coming in from that side. But Anti-Mage at least is farming. He came to the fight though, just popped that Mana Void and escape, just like last time. Used the Mana Void and the Enigma, got the kill, back the hell off. This Enigma must be like, what the hell? I don't even see the Anti-Mage like for most of the game, but they get Mana Voided twice, like what gives?
Wasn't Mana Void's range just recently upgraded? I feel like it was, because like I don't even see the Anti-Mage on the screen yet. I see and hear the effect, and then someone just dies. So RT is getting in there with the assassination. Of course, taking the kills is what you have to do as the carry. But right now it's going to be Denial slowly but surely starting to pull ahead. Only 2,000 net worth advantage, only 5,000 experience advantage right now. This is the period in time where Denial are at their strongest. Assuming they have all their ultimates up, this should be them just taking fight after fight after fight. I don't know if it's going well enough for them, though. They need something a lot more convincing than this. Maybe if they pick off an Anti-Mage in the midst of a trade like that, it'll be fine, but as it stands right now, I think HellRaisers are still on track for this game, more or less, given the late game supremacy of the Anti-Mage, who is, by the way, split pushing, and the rest of the team is just buying space. Funzy looking for a roar, not going to find it. Even a smoke being used for goddamn just for good measure or something. Didn't really do that much, but it will be a clean escape for HellRaisers. In the meantime, no one's on the bottom lane except for RTs. Here comes Paris, but that's going to make the Anti-Mage leave. It's not going to pressure him enough, and he's going to run straight to Cryo. That's a free kill for RTs. He's going to play it safe and find himself a double damage rune, so maybe now he wants to turn around, but either way, Anti-Mage is going to keep on farming with that Vlad's picked up.
Well, Shadow Demon is a scary hero against Anti-Mage. if you get immediately stunned or something after that. But now, Pokemon wants to come in. There's the roar, catches 2 at least. But the Zeus does get some counter damage now before. Doom want to fucking mad as well. Fanzi, he's gonna drop down to 1 more Lightning Bolt 4-staff. They get the kill, so a 1-for-1, a core for support. Decent trade for HellRaisers, of course. They used the Doom as well and not gonna get the kill from it. But still not all that bad.
Yeah, they forced out a couple of teleportations as well, and just making that trade means that Beastmaster is off the field, means that Arties can just continue on farming. Yes, having the Doom down is not the best scenario, but hey, you have to spend it eventually, and Doom's cooldown actually isn't that long. Like, it's only going to be down for another minute following that, so it's not going to be a terribly huge deal for the HellRaisers to use it like that. Now they're going to try to go for Roshan. This was a Roshan that was not smoked into, I don't believe. We do see a ping out by the Beastmaster, so he knows exactly what's going on. But because Arties has this Vlads, he's taking very low amounts of damage. Here comes Joral with an orb through, which will connect onto both heroes. He's going to find himself a haste rune as well. Puck, he has some backup here. Here comes Paris, instantly going to get stunned. Anti-Mage will just book it out of there, and Dread trying to swap his way out, grabs a TP scroll that was dropped by Joral, and now split from Paris. Kinetic Field is going to wall off the Puck, but Dread is still pretty much doomed to fall, and he will die. Goddamn now. On the run. Now it's time to break the game disruptor. If you're going to make some weird glimpse stuff happen, this should be the time because you don't have many options. He's going to glimpse back the Puck, but he will phase shift that one. Will get teleported regardless because that's how it works. Affinage is going to get roared off the sidelines. Will be brought down straight at the disruptor as the Brewmaster resumes his main form. Affinage buying a little bit of space with the Force Staff, but not quite enough. It's a triple kill yet again for the Denial side. Not even trading 1 hero for it. It might even be 4 actually. He's fucking mad up on top. Well, Brain Goret's pretty low. But Denial are going to get away with a massively won team fight. Now they're going to take a Roshan straight after. There's a chance that Arties wants to jack this or try to, but he's instead going to get as much farm as he possibly can. This time, HellRaisers, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be happy with how that went. Even though Anti-Mage is still farming, it's just not quite enough. He needs a lot more space. He needs his team to stop dying.
Well, he might even die himself. The Yule Scepter used on him. No Primal Roar though. So he's going to be able to TP out. Yes, he is. Thank God that Anti-Mage got to safety. If he had died there as well, it would have been just absolutely disastrous for them. Denial though, magnificent fight taken from them. Just, they keep on taking like 3-for-0, 3-for-1 trades. HellRaisers, of course, it's really weird how they keep taking fights. It's like one hero dies, but the others, instead of just straight away backing off, like the Zeus, for example, he comes in from the sidelines, tries to throw out a couple of lightning bolts or something, just trying to get like a counter kill, I don't know, but in the end just dies himself without getting anything done.
Yeah, HellRaisers, it feels like they're just not being decisive enough. Like, they're poking with a couple heroes here and there. They don't know exactly when to fall back and when to continue the fight, and now their Zeus, once again being indecisive, is going to try to go for the deny. They get a Doom onto Joral, and they might actually get a kill here if they had a 4-staff lightning bolt. With the disruption on Joral, it will be enough to kill him off. Zeus's ultimate will snag the Puck. So they lose the tower, but for a Puck, that's very much so worth it. This time, the Zeus isn't going to be punished for being indecisive with his life, but still, it could have been a dangerous situation if the fight just went slightly different in either direction.
To be honest, this disruption, I'm not too sure, maybe it even hurt a little bit more than it helped there. Just it kind of kept him in range of HellRaisers. Otherwise, he might have been able to outrun them. Thundergut Draft though might have been enough to get the kill anyway. Zeus now though, he's going for a Bloodstone. I'm not too sure. Is it a good item on a Zeus at all? Like, it gives you some tank, that's for sure, but Aghanim Scepter might have been a little bit better maybe.
Well, top lane, I'll get to that in a little bit because there's a split happening up towards top. Roar from Funzi landed on nothing relevant. I don't even know who that landed on. I just heard it. Static Storm now up. It's going to be mostly a zoning to us. Brewmaster going to try to kill off Goddamn in the meantime. He will lose 2 of his Brewlings, so he will not have enough damage to actually kill off the Disruptor, and he's going to resume his main form now. Onto Goretz he goes, but he's going to fall once again short of getting that kill. Where's the Anti-Mage in the scenario? Coil's going to land onto 2. That's going to be the Goddamn going down, and Dread as well. Paris still charging forward, he's going to get hit with a little bit more lightning. He's still just powering through this damage. He will survive, 22 HP. He has an Aegis as well, will lose that one. And Joral's going to blink forward, wants to go for the Zeus kill, orbiting through with the silence, taking a lot of lightning damage himself. Here comes Paris once again, blinking from the dead. Arties with the Mana Void will not kill off that Puck, actually. Puck has an extraordinarily high mana pool. He was at 800 out of 1,000, did next nothing. Arties does collect a kill. This time it's going to be a 2-for-1. And this time it's going to be a trade that I would say benefits HellRaisers, even though numerically it doesn't say so. Arties coming in, getting a kill, and losing only 2 supports for a core is very much so worth it for HellRaisers. But yeah, for the Zeus, I would say it's not a terrible item in this game because Denial don't have any scaling damage. If you just tank up, then you're going to be able to ignore the Brewmaster split and the Beastmaster roar just a little bit more. So I think in this game, it's a very good item. If the enemy team had an Anti-Mage, then I would say no, you probably need something better.
So I think the Primal Roar actually went into a catapult. I'm not sure if you can even target the catapult. You probably can. But that's what I think. That was probably the only enemy creep that was around. Apart from the Doombringer there. Oh god, huge blunder from the Beastmaster. And I really loved how the Beastmaster stood in place for like 3 seconds after that. It's like...
Did that just happen?
Yeah. Oh wow. This game is so amusing to me somehow, but at the moment Artis is farming up, still about 4k ahead of the next highest. Has his Manta style finished, so hard next I guess, just the casual build of anti-mage, or does he go for Basher?
Once again, I feel like because he's not up against that much right-click damage, just getting survivability is going to give him the most value right now, because he's going to be winning every single man fight that he gets into. You might as well just survive against the brunt of magic damage and the burst of, you know, early fight damage that you're going to be facing up against. So I think Heart is generally the safer way to go as anti-mage, and in this game it's going to be very clearly better. But that's just my opinion, man, so I don't know. Denial, they're going to push the mid lane, and they have a Blink Roar from the high ground. Looks like HellRaisers is going to sack this. I think this is the correct decision. Dread, don't go up there, Dread. No. I see what you're doing, Dread. Don't do it. He's going to bait Funzy in. Static Storm is up, but it's not going to connect onto anyone. The Doom jumps in as well. Doesn't actually use his ultimate just yet. He will get beaten down before he can actually use it. Now Dread is going to get chopped down with the axes, and a Black Hole onto Goddamn as well. That's going to be 3 for 0. I told you not to go down there, Dread. Why didn't you listen to me?
Not stream sniping, confirmed.
Yeah, good work, but it costed them pretty big.
Well, they are TPing back. The Artis did force the tier 2 and already did some damage to a tier 3 as well. So at least they don't lose their high ground. Although once again, just an horrible fight for them. But looking at the graphs, it is only about a 2,500 net worth lead. XP a little bit better, like 6.5 for Denial. But this anti-mage is really just the only one keeping HellRaisers in the game. I can't help but wonder though, with his meta style finished, shouldn't he be joining some of those fights?
Well, not in fights like that. Like, maybe better fights down the line. For sure, it's about time for the anti-mage to join in. Maybe once he gets his heart, he's going to feel very comfortable jumping into those fights. But, I mean, he has to make sure that his teammates bait out the likes of the Primal Split and the Roar and the Black Hole beforehand. Otherwise, the anti-mage is going to jump in, feeling pretty good, and all of a sudden he's locked down and then killed off in a hurry because he's still not that durable. So he has to be very careful if he approaches that. It's a lot easier just to ignore it and just say, well, screw it, I'm going to get the heart, and then I could just dive in whenever the hell I want. So HellRaisers, they just have to tighten up the bolts once again. They're going to Doom Paris, and like that is not tightening up the screws and bolts. That is the opposite.
This game has been a little bit weird from HellRaisers. For example, the Static Storms, they haven't been good at all. And now they catch Gotham. No, don't go back in Gorage. Yes, Blink out. Good boy. Good Doom. Get the hell out of there. So they lose another hero. I'm not too sure why they even tried to go as aggressive as they did now. And that's suddenly Brewmaster 29 minutes in, having an AC finished as well.
This is going to be as we were talking about before, the more battle-oriented Brewmaster build still is not too far away from being just a pure standard build. I think Aghanim Scepter really being the main difference here, as going for auras as Brewmaster is never going to be a bad thing, since your Earth Brewling does hold that one, and usually your Earth one is going to survive for longest. Paris can transition this now into more of a damage-oriented build. Usually it's going to be Abyssal Blade, although you can honestly go for whatever damage item you want as a Brewmaster, and he could be hitting pretty hard. Not enough to outduel the Anti-Mage, I don't think, especially if Anti-Mage eventually picks up an MKB, which I expect he will. But it will be enough to at least hold his ground and extend the effectiveness of Denial's draft just a little while longer. But they also have to, first of all, deal with this Anti-Mage, because it's been a long time since Artis has died, and he's been picking up quite a bit of farm. Is this a heart completed? No, just a heart recipe. He'll have that one completed in another 1,000 gold, and once that happens, Roar into Puck combo. I don't think that's going to be enough to kill off the Anti-Mage, even though he only has 1 spell shield.
Well, of course, they still have the Black Hole as well. Well, there's no BKB though, and fucking Mad looks to be going for that Lincoln Sphere now as well after this, by the looks of it. Although they get the jump onto Goras this time around. Can he escape? Never mind, Primal Roar comes in with the boost of Travels, Fanzi arriving. So they get yet another kill. Doombringer, they want to just get it this time around. And Gotham, once again, he's gone for an Ogre Club before going for that point booster. I guess Ogre Club is just easier to get for you. Artist though mid lane, gonna get silenced up, has the Manta still, gets immediately rid of it. Oh, if they get the black hole, maybe Malphite is there, not going for the black hole immediately. He breaks the coil as well. Thunderclap up, can he get the blink out? No, black hole, he's dead.
I mean, it was going to happen eventually, and it just happened to happen now. And now HeflaTV is also here. Why is the Zeus here? Who put the Zeus there? Who did that? He was not supposed to be there. He's going to lose more Bloodstone charges. That's going to be yet another 3-for-0 in favor of Denial. And, you know, at a certain point, Anti-Mage is going to have to carry this game. This is pretty much going to be one of those litmus test games where it's like, okay, how powerful is Anti-Mage as a carry? Can he come back from a 15-kill deficit? Because I think that's going to be the case. He's not going to be up for another 45, and Denial are going to be barreling down the mid lane. They don't have the Black Hole. They don't have their kind of more utility ultimates in the Roar or the Coil. But with no Anti-Mage, they're going to feel more than comfortable enough to go for this one because they do have a split still and an Assault Cuirass on Paris. So this tower is going to take quite a beating. And HellRaisers, they don't even have a buyback on Anti-Mage even if they did want to fight this one out. So this might be a free range Rax for Denial, although they're not going fast enough. Not yet. They're still poking at the tower. Now the pipe is up to protect themselves against a little bit of that lightning damage. Jump in from Funzy to Roar Goretz. He's going to do nothing, but it's a low cooldown ultimate, so that's fine. But he gets glimpsed back, so it turns out to be a really bad decision from Funzy. Yeah, that didn't work out for him at all.
So at least they hold on to the Rax. They even get the kill from that as well, HellRaisers, and they smoke up now. Trying to look for something, and never mind, Goretz, he blows the smoke. HellRaisers, I mean, first game, they looked extremely good, just played it well, did the right just calls in the games, made the right decisions. In this game though, HellRaisers, they seem to be just making missteps every just step along the way. I mean, they're leaving so many people randomly to die, not backing off as a team, just no unified shot calling, it feels like.
Well, to be fair, that's what happened to Denial in the first game, so I guess now it's HellRaiser's turn to make some crucial mistakes, and like having RT's charge forward by himself, this might not be the best situation for him. Will get silenced, and now the glimpse back onto Paris. Can they bring him close to the fight? A huge coil onto 5, and that's going to set up the fight for Denial. Static Storm going to zone everyone out, however. Goddamn, doing a pretty good job with that ultimate. Won't get any kills, however. Goretz is going to get swapped out first of all. Zeus now up into the air. RT's thinking about making a return, but with this Brewmaster split already online, he can't effectively go in. That's 2 supports going down for HellRaisers. Now the Doom up into the air as well, being chased down by the Brew. Will make it out alive as the Anti-Mage in the back line looking for 1 kill. Does bring down the Beastmaster in the end. Actually, the Doom is the one to do it. It's a 1-for-2 trade. Not actually the worst considering the coil there from Denial, and now their ultimates are down completely, whereas HellRaisers still have a full health Anti-Mage and a Zeus. They can crash this Roshan pit if they get there fast enough, and this Roshan is going down pretty slowly. They can go for this one if they want to. Artis has really got to watch out, though. He doesn't know what the black hole cooldown timing is. He's going to get put into a bubble and then lose a lot of his mana. He's going to get burned down a lot by those illusions, and now he has to book it. He will regenerate very quickly back to full, but he needs more time. In the meantime, HeflaTV and Goretz going to get chased down by the rest of Denial. HeflaTV is going to throw out lightning as desperately as he possibly can, but it's not really doing enough. Maybe he'll get a kill into Cryo. No, he's just going to go on to fucking mad, and then the game lags, and then we're back. And then Zeus is still being chased down. Glimpse back onto the Enigma. Actually going to put Goddamn in more trouble than it's going to help him, but it will be no kill here. Denial once again take yet another trade. This time they have to fall back because RT's is split pushing. But these are not the fights that HellRaisers are looking for. They're going to chase forward and maybe try to crash Roshan one more time, but it is not being attempted right now. Joral's just chilling next to the Roshan, and he's thinking about jumping in once again. It's going to be RT's actually fine fucking mad. Will assassinate him with the Mana Void. Now glimpse back onto Cryo, going to put him into the field. He puts himself into a bubble, but I don't think he has many ways of escaping this one, especially with Battle Fury Cleave. RT's finally gets a double kill. Is that going to be enough for HellRaisers? I think because of their Anti-Mage's power that it will be, because they could just go straight into Roshan. Brewmaster split is once again up, and he's going to make a beeline for this area. Puck also has a jump in with a Silent Stream Coil. They have vision because of the Hawk. The Aegis is already picked up with the Anti-Mage, however. Now they jump in, but RT is going to go to town on everyone. Paris cannot even split here because of the Static Storm. He will be brought down. No Static Storm being casted. 4 down for Denial, and HellRaisers. Maybe this is the opening that they really wanted. It just took them a hell of a long time to get it.
Wow, finally Artis did something. I do have to say though that in the actual fights, Artis literally nothing. He just kept on blinking away. He came in for a second, didn't get a single right click off, blinked out again. He's like, yeah, screw this guy, I'm not taking this fight. But he got the kills when necessary, they got the Roshan, and this Static Storm, it was so well timed just as Roshan died to make sure that they just get caught if they come in, and beautifully done. Range racks go down, melee racks most likely to follow with the Aegis on it, but the Primal Split is used. They want to defend. They are trying to buy some time. They know there's no Primal Split. Goretz, or rather the Static Storm, But no Doom either, so Goret's gonna take the fall first. Artist trying to man fight, but he's completely out of mana thanks to the illusions of the Shadow Demon. So he loses his Aegis. Do they have the Black Hole? Yes, they do. He might even kill the Anti-Mage again. Black Hole being channeled. Do they have enough damage though? Oh god, Artist is pretty damn tanky. Activates the Meta Style and blinks out. So his safe pipe comes out. They want to keep on going, but range Rex is down. It's something for HellRaisers at least.
They might lose a couple more heroes on the retreat. Zeus up into the air. In the meantime, the Vengeance Spirit is also fighting a couple of heroes by herself. Zeus is going to get a little help from Artis, though. Gets put into a bubble, and the Anti-Mage Illusion is going to wreck his mana pool. Cryo is going to run into Goddamn, who somehow escaped everyone else, but will be going down in the end. Anti-Mage is going to slip away alive, as will the Zeus. But it's going to be the supports once again taking the bullet for the rest of the HellRaisers side. Even if Denial want to crack back right now, they will have no ultimates. And they will be facing up against a pretty stacked Anti-Mage. And they've also already lost range racks. Not the worst deal in the world, but certainly a tangible lead now for HellRaisers. They have shown their power should all these huge AoE teamfights land on their side. And Denial, they're so reliant on these ultimate cooldowns, I don't think they could go for another 2 minutes. They need Black Hole to kill off the Anti-Mage.
They definitely do. I mean, maybe if they really want versus 5 and Anti-Mage jumps in like he did once and activated Meta Style before the Waning Rift came out, then it also might be an option for them. But at the moment, Anti-Mage definitely getting pretty scary. At least when he actually joins the fight as well. And with the Monkey King bar being finished soon enough, it's going to be even more so. The Brewmaster suddenly not as effective against the Anti-Mage then. So they are fighting back, getting the range racks, getting something. Now though, Linken's on Enigma. Makes it a little bit safer for him to go for the Black Hole channel. But looking at the net worth, Anti-Mage just light years ahead of everybody else. After that, a rather even just net worth chart. Brewmaster, Enigma tied with the Doombringer. Then Puck and Zeus at the same line as well. Oh, this game, what are the graphs? Whoa, the graphs actually in HellRaiser's favor now. About 3.5k in net worth. XP, still though 4k for Denial, but it got pretty close to the 0 mark at one point.
Yeah, so I guess this is answering the question, can Anti-Mage come back from a 15 kill deficit? The answer so far seems like it's going to be yes, but the game's not over yet. I also really like the Anti-Mage's build. Oh, hold on, Ninja's going to get jumped in the river. And the Midnight Pulse is doing some serious work. I also was going to mention that before, but Anti-Mage's build is not going into the illusion route, really. He's not getting butterflies and stuff like that, so his illusions aren't hitting that hard, so that the Shadow Demon gets reduced efficiency there, but they're going to jump in onto fucking Mad, doom him up. Static Storm does go out, but it's only going to catch onto Funsies. The Brewlings are going to charge right through, trying to go for Goretz. The Fire Brewling will fall short, just barely of getting that kill. In the meantime, Coil onto Artis, and goddamn, they're going to get jumped by the Puck. Artis snaps that Coil, but now it's the Brewmaster all alone in the river area. Anti-Mage is going to jump forward, assassinate the Beastmaster, and now change his sights to help out some of his teammates. Goddamn, and Goretz still very low in this fight, and all of a sudden Artis is the only one alive. Zeus is going to be up soon, but it won't be enough, as actually Anti-Mage still going to continue on. I thought he was going to blink out. Zeus ultimate comes through, and Anti-Mage is going to face up against a lot of weak heroes, but he's not quite strong enough. He needs to get some cleave action going, or another Mana Void, but he doesn't have that one available to him. Joral's going to chase forward for this AM, but this is a really bold fight for this Puck to take. And Anti-Mage, man, if he just turned around and fought, I think he could have come ahead in that fight, but it's really hard to make that call. HellRaisers, yet again, lose a fight, mostly because it was so damn scattered, and they couldn't stop any of those ultimates from coming out for Denial. The Static Storm denied a roar, I believe, but that's not good enough. So, yeah, Denial taking up yet another good fight, but still, it doesn't feel like that these fights are getting them anywhere.
Anti-Mage, once again, this was a fight where he couldn't do anything. In those 5v5 engagements, he just cannot find his openings. Of course, just Drunken Haze being a bitch against him as well. Once he gets the Monkey King bar, which is flying out to him at the moment, it's going to be a little bit easier. Plus, not only that, he also will do more damage. And Doombringer, it was the first fight that he had the Refresher Orb in. He barely escaped the Brewlings, especially thanks to that magic missile used into the Storm Panda by Dread. But the second ultimate went to the Linkens of Enigma just because he was like, I'm going to die anyway, I'm going to throw out the Doom. So the second one, unfortunately not effective. Had it landed on Enigma, would have been his death just to the Doom damage. Now the Puck, he has himself a Hex as well. So this makes things a little bit harder for Anti-Mage to kind of solo carry things. They definitely need the double Doom to properly land, or they just need to be able to start the fight on their own terms, I think.
Yeah, and that hasn't been happening for quite a long time. That's not surprising either, given Denial's vision, first of all, from the Hawk setting everything up, and then Blink Roar is probably the best single target initiation outside of a Batrider that you could possibly find. So Denial have been calling most of these shots, and it's been working out very well for them since they've started doing so. Goretz in the bottom lane has actually picked up a Refresher Orb, Aghanim Scepter on Doom. Haven't really been paying attention to this hero He's been kind of just dying in the background. He's been getting a lot of farm, though, because of Midas and Devour. And he has that double Doom. If he could land those, which he hasn't, as you were just talking about, then that could be huge. But it's, once again, a tall order. Jor-El's going to run straight into Dread and Afro-Ninja. They don't have a quick disable, though, and all of a sudden, Puck is back right next to an Anti-Mage. That's never where you want to be. No Basher, though. I think this Puck should be fine. He's going to get a little bit of help from the Beastmaster. Drops a Coil and the Roar onto Arteez as well. Not doing that much damage, however. Here comes the Demonic Purge, looking for a Black Hole as well. He's not moving anywhere. Now Hexed up. Where's the backup for Arteez? Needs desperately some help, but he's going to get beaten down. He will fall with Black Hole as well. Goretz now in the middle of everything's going to kill out the Brewmaster with the Static Storm. Fuzzy now caught with that as well. Zeus in the offset's doing so much damage with Lightning. Is going to bring down 2. A 2-for-1 now. Glimpse back. Going to make it a 3-for-1 shortly. Fucking Mad doesn't really have a hope here. He's going to go down. Affinage force stabbing forward, looking for Cryo. Needs one more cast of Lightning. Well, maybe one more. Just one more. All you need. Lightning Bolt going to whiff. And the Halter going to give him enough range for the Arc Lightning. Here comes the Puck, going to try to kill off Goddamn, but now he's all alone. There's a refreshed Doom on the Doom. If he get a Doom on this Puck, that will for sure be a kill, but he just can't do it because Puck is not staying still, and he won't be able to get that to come together. Yet this time, it's going to be HellRaisers take a very good fight. Are they really going to chase for this Puck? No, they're just going to try to go into the enemy base, but they don't have any right-click damage with these heroes. They have to fall back. This time, HellRaisers can call that a victory.
Unfortunately, Goretz, once he blinked in, he didn't immediately doom up the Enigma, so the Black Hole was pretty nice. Static Storm did stop it or end it at some point, but by that time Anti-Mage was dead already, so a little bit unfortunate, but still great fight nonetheless, like you said. Now Jor-El blinks in once again. It's so freaking annoying what a Puck can do with just blink, Yules, as was the phase shift. But now creeps are in the base, no buybacks have been used yet, although they would have a couple of them. Cliff is there as well. They might be able to hold on to Millirax unless Goretz. Oh no, denied. Once again, there's the Primal Roar as well. Can they bring him down, Dread? Nice defensive swap. Hex into Dread as well. They will want to get the racks, but never mind. They're going to back off instead. Dread trying to TP out. Might even succeed until the Dual Scepter comes out. So they're going to lose the one, not get the Millirax, but they get some pretty nice damage done on the building anyway.
Unfortunately, that's not going to last for very long unless they decide to go for a fight like right now, which with your Vengeful Spirit down is probably not going to be the course of action for the HellRaisers. So overall, it's pretty much just a Vengeful Spirit dying. Not the biggest deal in this game, but Denial still with a kill score advantage by quite a large margin, yet behind in the gold by quite a large margin as well. They need to take some Raxes like right now, honestly. It's slowly starting to become to the point where Denial, yeah, their ultimates are being really disruptive, and in that it's very effective, but they're kind of lacking in the damage. And as this progresses, the most useful tool for Denial is going to be the Enigma. Not only in that Black Hole, but also Midnight Pulse. Like, if you keep them there for, 4 or 5 seconds with that Midnight Pulse, that's a hell of a lot of damage going the way of the HellRaisers. And their lineup is perfectly capable of keeping people in place for that long. So I think the more run-and-gun fight at this point the HellRaisers take, the better off they'll be. But it will be up against a double life and cheese. So Funzy's going to get that one, and Paris will take the Aegis. Maybe Arteez is going to take a set of Raxes or something in the meantime. Trying to go for mid, falls just short of it until he goes in, and then he's going to get disrupted. Maybe even roared. This is not looking too good for Arteez. Will snag the mid Rax, but now he's all alone. Going to get roared and brought down. He's down for 99 seconds. And maybe the Doom is going to be going down as well. Fucking Mad, the Black Hole right on the edge. My god, that was close. But they will find Goretz, try to lock him down. Clap once again going to miss, just like 10 minutes into the game. But Doom will be taking a fall regardless. Raxes for those 2 kills, probably not worth it for HellRaisers because they're going to be forced to buy back now. The Disruptor trying to split push, but I don't think that's really going to be fast enough. So buyback or bust, I think, for HellRaisers.
I mean, Anti-Mage has to kind of thank his lucky stars that he even had enough for a buyback, just because he purchased up the boost of travels. He had like 800 gold left. So him getting the tier 3 on the top lane, plus him getting the last hits for Rax, that was what gave him the gold. Otherwise, he might have been just dead without it. But he does have the items. He's pretty much 6-slotted. There's a Hex on Zeus now as well. The Glyph comes out. Will they buy back for this, or will they just let it fall?
It's a tough call to just let your Raxes fall, as if Denial take that one, then they're probably going to be looking for another set immediately after. There are tier 2s still up, so maybe that's why HellRaisers are going to decide to make this call. Denial, they're going to probably just stick around and kill as much as they can, cut a creep wave. It's going to be the bottom tier 2 where they set their sights, and it's not that strong to begin with. I think Backdoor Protection will make this inconvenient for Denial, but still very possible for them to take. Settling the Raxes for the buyback, I think that's actually a fine call for HellRaisers. That call would not have been made if they didn't have tier 2s up, though.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's so important to have the buyback. Especially if you're the one wanting to pressure the enemy base as well, which HellRaisers most likely will, at least with an anti-mage. So otherwise, had they bought back at the moment, even if they had won a fight, but next fight they die with Denial buying back in their own base, and they would have been just screwed. Like 120 something seconds on the anti-mage, for example, on the sidelines. It's just almost not acceptable. Anti-mage is such a huge part of HellRaiser's just team net worth as a whole. Of course, Koretz has quite a lot on himself as well. Can still go for like boots of travels, maybe a BKB even at some point. Although even BKB doesn't guarantee you an escape. Black Hole as well as Primal Roar still go through it. So that's probably one of the reasons he hasn't gone for it. But Doombringer, what does he even go for now? Is it just Shivas? Is it boots of travels? Or does he just amass up gold and then decide like if he dies and needs to buy back and then go for boots of travels? Or what's the plan for them?
I think it's probably the best bet to get some sort of aura item up. Probably the armor one, as if you get that, then Denial are just going to be hitting like kittens, and you probably don't have to worry about them too much down the line. Of course, that is a hefty investment, so buyback first and foremost is going to be the objective for Doom. So I don't really think the item discussion is really going to be that necessary since he's not getting that much income anymore. At least doesn't seem like he is. So if he does get any item, I feel like it should be one of those armor items, but it's going to be a long time before he could get towards that. It is going to be a smoke from HellRaisers. If they find someone here, it could be really good, but the only person here is Paris, and he has an Aegis. Probably not the hero you want to initiate upon, because fucking Mad's right behind him. Paris is going to jump forward in the BKB, charge forward with that split now available, will get that one through. Doom is going to get caught in the static field disruption as well, but it's going to be goddamn take the brunt as he will be brought down in a hurry. Now Goretz is going to be the target, roared in that Midnight Pulse, and he's going to die as well. That's a 2-for-0 in favor of Denial. They don't have their split, but they still have a black hole available and a coil. That's enough to handle an anti-mage. And now this might be the last push of the game. Denial, maybe this is the opening they want. This has definitely got to be a buyback from Doom, because Denial, they're just going to slide down to the bottom lane. And sacrificing one set of axes is fine to make it even. Sacrificing two is a little bit too much to bear.
They just, I don't know why HellRaisers wanted to take that fight all that bad. Maybe if they had gone in first, just doomed up the Enigma immediately, maybe then they would have been able to do something. But they just waited there until Denial, like, got a clue where they were and just jumped in themselves.
Well, either way, Denial, they're just barreling their way down the middle lane, swap back onto Drow into a Doom. Puck is going to fall first. Very cleanly done by HellRaisers. Where was that like 10 minutes ago? Goret's going to look for another Doom onto Cryo. Are they really going to chase this far? Because Paris is going to blink forward, just be a zoning tool right now, but he does not have a split, has an Aegis though, and that might be enough to carry him through this. Goret's going to get beaten down, no armor on him, and he's going to take a fall. Artis can't get his hands on anyone, now gets hexed up by Doral, and Paris is wailing on him all the while. Kinetic Field's going to hold him out for just a little while longer. Artis trying to get him, but he hasn't hit anyone in this entire fight yet. He needs to blink out now, and he will do so, albeit barely. The rest of his team, however, dropping so low. Goddamn, going to go down. Dread now being beaten down by everyone else as well. HeflaTV gets a really nice ultimate from that Thunder God's Wrath, but that's not really going to be too influential right now. Might take out the Brewmaster, and he will. Now going for Doral with the Hex. HeflaTV maybe is going to get 2 kills. Here comes the Anti-Mage back from some regeneration. He's going to try to go for fucking Mad. However, his ultimate fizzles on the Lincoln Sphere. Now going to go for Paris instead, but Artis just can't catch up to anyone right now. And HeflaTV, I think, carried that fight for HellRaisers. Everyone else in Denial is going to retreat, but here comes the Shadow Demon. Wants back in with the Demonic Purge. Disruption available as well, but Cryo into the Ghost form. Can't really do much else. HeflaTV still chasing him down. Will kill him off with the Lightning. Zeus is just demolishing everyone from Denial. He needs to get closer once more for Paris. Sees him with the Lightning Bolt. RT's giving chase, and with the Arc Lightning, they will cancel the Blink Dagger. Paris is now going to be chased down to hell and back, and he will be brought down. There's no buyback on the Brew. I think HeflaTV just single-handedly won HellRaisers that fight, because RT's didn't do a damn thing.
I would just kill to see the entire fight recap for that. Just because it went on for so long, we can't, of course. I would have just wanted to know how much damage Zeus did during that fight. He more or less killed everybody. Artis, he got a couple of right clicks in, but not nearly enough to actually kill off enemies.
Hello?
As well at the same time. He got yet still unable to right click at all, just barely got a blink out, and that was about it. He's still up to 5k gold, so can invest into that next item now. Maybe sell the Vladimir's offering, have somebody else pick it up instead, and pick up something like a butterfly. I don't know really anything as fucking Matt. He got doomed by Goretz. Can Goretz even keep up? He should be able to just chase fucking Matt down, and with the Dagger Scepter, there is no escape from this. It's going to take some time before he really burns down to the doom damage, but it's going to happen eventually. Goretz, get some vision. Oh, the body blocks! The Dire Creeps themselves block the Enigma in.
Well, yeah, I disconnected from the game, so it's all you right now.
Okay, now all is fine. Enigma does buy back though. They force the cliff out as well. Artis will still claim the melee Rex, even activates the Manta's time. Maybe a little bit prematurely, but they get it down. Tier 3 taking some damage on the bottom lane in the meantime. So it's 2 Rex for HellRaisers now. They want to go for the third as well, Artis. He knows that the Brewmaster is still there for 30 seconds. Cryoche, he needs to get the disruption onto Anti-Mage. Will he get it? Yes, he will. Those illusions are going to have to do a lot of work, but never mind. Blink out from Artis. He's fine for now. Fanzi wants to come in with the roar. Silence onto Artis first. Can they get the kill Korath? He comes in as well. Level def into Fanzi. He's on the run instead. Dream Coil comes out. Artis blinks forward aggressively. There's the Static Storm as well. Not gonna catch anybody, but do they even need it? Just go back, get the racks, be fine with it, get objectives, win games.
Well, RT is going to finish off that tower. Fucking Mad looking for an opening in. Doesn't have a black hole for another 6 seconds, but I don't think they have 6 seconds because they're very soon to be facing up against Megas. Midnight Pulse still doing its job versus RTs, but Blink Forward from Paris is going to get into the BKB, but gets doomed way too far away for that initiation. Goretz might pay for that with his life, however. He's going to get swapped out by a Dread. Magic Missile onto Funzi, putting a lot of damage into this Beastmaster, and he can't go down right now. Denial need everyone, but he will go down just to the Vengeful Spirit. Now Thunder God's Wrath for celebration. Fucking Mad charging forward, looking for a black hole. He will not use it though if it will not catch the Anti-Mage. Goddamn, with another Kinetic Field, going to try to save Afonin. She will commit Sudoku, and Zeus is going to be healing up a little bit of everyone else's HP. Meantime, Illusion just going to town onto everyone. Denial now facing up against Megas. Can they actually do this? If they kill off the Anti-Mage, and if he doesn't have buyback, which he does, then they can do it, but I mean, they need to kill the Anti-Mage twice, and they have only one black hole. I don't know if Denial can do this.
Yeah, and Denial, they are all out of buybacks as well, so if they just lose a couple of heroes, they are gonna be legit screwed. They might find Koretz though. Fun. Is he gonna be fast enough with the blink, with the boost of travels? The Doom is pretty damn slow, to be honest. Now Tranquil Woods come back on, so he might be fine. Anti-Mage in the meantime, he's gonna get himself an Abyssal Blade, or rather already has it, plus another 3.5k on top of that. I think this is pretty much game. Denial, they just don't have the sort of heroes to go up against supersized mega creeps.
Yeah, I mean, they're really good at team fighting, and that's pretty much it. They don't have any sort of cleave, or I don't think they have any maelstroms or anything like that, so their AoE creep clearing is very limited. Now Joral in the mid lane is going to get Abyssal and blown up. Black Hole is going to be used, but there's no damage being put into it. Here comes Paris, but he goes right into a Static Storm, and now he can't split. In fact, he's had to manage to do so. We'll get put into the bubble, but even if he comes out, it's not going to be enough. RT is just leading the charge right now. Here comes Goretz for good measure. GG has been called by fucking Mad. And I gotta say, man, I think the bottom lane fight where Zeus just did so much damage was the nail in the coffin. That is what ultimately gave HellRaisers the game.
Yeah, I have to agree. Just Afonin, he didn't have like the most impact as a Zeus for the majority of the game, but that one fight just turned everything around. They were so close to losing the fight and probably losing Grax after that. But man, Afonin, Zeus, just such a sick hero even in the late game.
Alright guys, so that is going to be it here on HeflaTV HB1. The end result, HellRaisers taking this 2-0 over Denial. So Denial are going to drop down to the losers bracket where they have a date with CCK, and HellRaisers are going to keep on moving forward where they have a date with Aftershock. And that is going to be it for us. I'm Mike Loris. I've been joined by Coucher for this best of 3. Hope you enjoyed these games. Hope you enjoyed the casting. If you did, be sure to head over and follow us on Twitter and Facebook. It's HeflaTV there. Out Coucher for my co-caster on Twitter. I'm at Mike Loris. Have a happy Thanksgiving for all you Americans out there. Stop watching Dota. Go hang out with your family. Do stuff like that. But that's about it here. Anything else to say, man?
Nope. Thanksgiving, ultra gay. I don't know.
Hey,
I'm
that's
out.
not patriotic. America. We gotta slaughter some birds.
Oh, okay then. Well, if you bring me some turkey, I'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make that flight. All right, later, guys. We're out.